Thank you for joining us for our online webinar for our Bachelor of Arts in Communications offered through the University of Cincinnati online. My name is Jared Fain. I will be one of our speakers today. I am an enrollment services advisor who works with our online Bachelor of Arts in Communication degree. My job is to help students throughout the inquiry stage, so answering questions that you have about the program itself, the application process, or anything else that pops up, as well as being there to provide assistance throughout the application process. So making sure that all of your documents are turned in, answering questions about, where am I at in the application process, and everything along those lines. But joining me today is Dr. Michelle Colpine, who is our program director, and I will allow her to introduce herself.
Thanks, Jared. I'm Dr. Michelle Colpine, but my students call me Michelle, and I will ask you to do the same thing. I'm an assistant educator professor in the School of Communication, Film, and Media Studies here at UC, and I'm also the undergraduate director of the fully online communication bachelor's program. I teach several of the upper level courses in our program, including our capstone class, and enjoy getting to know all of our students as they make their way toward graduation.
So during the webinar today, we will cover just different program highlights, career opportunities, curriculum overview, and quality matters, the admission requirements and application process, different deadlines, tuition and financial aid, personalized support and student resources, as well as some frequently asked questions that we often are asked. So some quick program highlights. Our program does offer a well-rounded curriculum. The communication degree is a versatile degree that the curriculum reflects that range that is offered. So once you're admitted into the program, you'll work with your academic advisor and a program director to build your unique curriculum based on your career goals, specific interests, and everything along those lines. The faculty themselves are the same faculty in our online world as we see as our on-campus program. So our curriculum mirrors the on-campus program and is taught by the same faculty. Benefit from the expertise of the nationally renowned instructors who provide support and guidance, which is essential for enhancing your marketability and competitiveness in today's job market once you have your degree. We do offer start to graduation support. So throughout the process, you will have someone who's going to be in your corner. So my role as an enrollment service advisor is going to help you during that beginning stage of the inquiry and the application. You'll have assistance throughout your entire journey. That's going to consist of a student success coordinator, a academic advisor, the faculty themselves are going to be there for you. So just know that you're going to have someone with you every step of the way whenever you are taking off on this journey. And the program itself does offer flexible scheduling. So there are both part-time and full-time options that are available with 3 start dates during the academic year. The program itself is also 100% online, and it's designed for busy working professionals in mind.
One of the big questions students tend to have, and rightfully so, is what do I do with my degree in communication? This is a great area of study because it is the cornerstone of success in today's interconnected world. It's hard to do any sort of job without communication skills, or at least do it well. There are a number of job opportunities and areas listed here: brand strategist, marketing manager, copywriter, sales specialist, editor, human resources specialist, and many more you could look at with a degree in communication. We have courses in more specific areas like event planning and public relations. Those are on this list as well, but also lots of transferable skills and a focus on applied learning in all of our classes that could lend themselves to any of these areas. We're also about to start up some virtual alumni panels for our students to connect with both on-campus and online students to see what our recent graduates and graduates from years ago are doing with their degrees, and help network both our on-campus and online students with those alumni. We've also had a number of students who are outside of the communication industry but are looking up to finish or earn a degree to gain more potential in their own fields, from just thinking within the last year, software to real estate. So it's a degree that you can do a lot of things with, which is really versatile and exciting. But how do we get there? Through this curriculum. This curriculum, as Jared mentioned earlier, mirrors our on-campus communication program and pulls from the repository of the same classes. You'll start with introductory courses and things like business communication, as well as a series of intro courses to topics like rhetorical theory and argumentation, interpersonal to gain some of those soft skills in working closely with others, and a broader grounding in communication theory. You'll then work your way up through courses in things like communication research methods to gain the research skills you'll need to be successful in upper level classes later on, and more specific topics classes like communicating about health, environment, and science, communication, identity and sport, gender communication, as well as really practical hands-on skills like event planning and fundraising management, as well as public relations. This eventually culminates in a capstone experience. I teach our online capstone, which here is listed as communication and contemporary issues. And our course will focus on professionalization and what that means and what sort of professional experience people are looking to develop after graduation. Something else exciting about our courses is that they are increasingly Quality Matters certified. Quality Matters is the global leader for quality assurance in online and innovative digital teaching and learning environments. When courses go through the Quality Matters process, they are reviewed by folks outside the University of Cincinnati. So we don't just think we're great. We have other people outside of us that think we're doing a good job as well. The standards are really high, and in order to get approved, students to give students a better experience, our courses go through an evaluation process where people click through our courses, take the exams, watch the lectures, and make sure they meet these high standards, which eventually result in increased student engagement, higher grades, higher GPAs, and more opportunities for students to connect with both each other and their faculty. Right now, we have 2 courses that have been Quality Matters approved and several others in the pipeline, so this list should get even longer soon.
The admission requirements for our online program, if you're a high school student, the requirements are to have your official high school transcript with a minimum unweighted GPA of 2.7, or if you have a weighted GPA of 2.9. In order to be admitted into the program. If you're a transfer student, there's a couple of different scenarios that you may run into. So if you are a student that has not completed at least 24 college credit hours, then you would have to adhere to the high school requirement. So having that official transcript with at least a 2.7 unweighted or 2.9 weighted, as well as having your official transcript from all institutions that you attended for college credit submitted over to our undergrad admissions office, and make sure that you have a 2.0 cumulative GPA for your college transcript. However, if you have completed at least 24 college credit hours, then you would just need to have your official transcripts from your all prior institutions and make sure that your cumulative GPA is at least a 2.0. So if you have more than the 24 college credit hours, then you don't have to worry about your high school transcript or anything like that. But if you have less than it, then you also have to include it. And then also just making note that there are no test scores that are required as part of the application. The application fee has also been waived through summer of 2025. And whenever you're going through the process, just making sure that you're sending official transcripts to our undergrad admissions office and not unofficial. They're only going to be able to accept the official copies. So for the academic calendar, we do offer 3 convenient start dates for the fall, spring, and summer semesters. The chart shown on the screen does give a brief breakdown of when to expect the deadlines, classes starting, and that sort of thing. But to quickly run through it, for the fall semester, the application deadline is going to typically be during early July, with classes starting in mid to late August. For the spring semester, the application deadline comes around in mid-November, with the classes starting early to mid-January. And then for the summer semester, the application deadline is mid-March, with the classes beginning in earlier mid-May. And also want to make note that the FAFSA deadline is June 30th. That's something that you want to be aware of if you're going to be applying for the federal financial aid as well. So the tuition breakdown for Ohio residents, the part-time cost per credit hour is $583. If you are a non-resident, the cost is $598 per credit hour. If you are going to be considering taking a full-time status, the cost for the semester comes out to $6,988 for Ohio residents and $7,172 for non-residents. Quick breakdown of the difference between part-time and full-time. If you are taking less than 12 credit hours, then you're considered a part-time student. If you were taking 12 or more, then you would have that full-time status. And in order to qualify for financial aid, or at least be able to have it applied towards your bill, you have to be taking at least 6 credit hours to utilize that financial aid. And going a little bit further into the financial aid aspect for FAFSA, it's something that you should apply for every year if you were looking to receive the federal financial aid. It is something that once you fill it out once, it's not completed. You do have to go back each year and reapply for the federal financial aid, but it is a resource that you're able to receive federal aid that's going to be able to help you pay for college. It will also show if you're eligible for different grants and different types of loans that will be available for you. But if you've already submitted your FAFSA, you can log back in and make corrections. So you would choose the option make FAFSA corrections, and then you could add UC school code, which is shown on the screen as well. For military benefits, we are a proud Yellow Ribbon partner school. So UC adheres closely to Department of Veterans Affairs principles of excellence, providing a high quality educational experience tailored to the unique needs of veteran students. If you apply for military benefits, just contact your regional VA rep to determine if your benefits will cover this program specifically. We do also have our University to Business Partnership Scholarship Program. It did give a brief breakdown. It is available to employees, their spouse or domestic partner, and dependents that are living in the household that are under 25 years old. The partnership itself is between the University of Cincinnati Online and the employers that are choosing to become a partner. It's at no cost to the employer. It's typically going to be those who are going to be offering some sort of tuition assistance or remission program. And at the end of the day, it ends up saving everyone money. So it's, again, at no cost to the employer, and just allows us to provide more opportunities and scholarships to the different partners that we do have. But it's available for 100 plus online programs that we have here at UC Online. That's across the certificate, associate, bachelor's and master's level courses and programs as well. So throughout your journey with UC Online, you will have personalized support for every step of the way. So like I mentioned earlier, an enrollment service advisor, such as myself, would be there with you throughout the entire inquiry and application stage. But it's not just to help guide you through the application process, it's to help steer you towards the right direction, so that you know which program is going to make the most sense for you, if it's going to help you achieve your goals that you have in mind, both educationally, professionally, whatever it may be. And also just be there to be the best type of support that we can offer. But once you are through the application process and you're getting ready to enroll in classes, you will work with a student success coordinator who is going to be with you from the point that you're enrolling until you graduate. They are there to help connect you to key resources, help you navigate the online student platform, explain how to contact professors, as well as be there just to connect with if you are having any specific issues that you may have. So there is someone that's going to be with you every step of the way there and also have a direct line to them. But you'll also have your academic advisor who you'll work with that will help you clarify your academic, professional, and personal goals. Explain the program university policies, advise on classes and how they fit into your goals, counsel you on academic or personal matters, and ensure you stay on track to graduation.
Alongside all the people you have to help support you, we also have an abundance of resources at UC that, as a UC student, you'll have access to. Though before I dig in here, I would like to add to Jared's list of personal resources that you also have your faculty, your instructors at your disposal. You're not just a name on a roster. We're not just here to grade you. I write letters of recommendation, strategize with students about their next steps after graduation, help prepare grad application materials, and network like-minded students all the time. So you're eligible for many awards and opportunities that our on-campus students are within the School of Communication, Film, and Media Studies, and we have Student of the Year award winners and public speaking contest winners from the online program we're really proud of. But in terms of student resources, I know the self-guided nature of an online degree can be really intimidating, but as a UC student, you have many of the resources that on-campus students have available to support you as well. First, the Bearcat Promise Career Studio, which is a place where all UC students and alumni within a couple years of graduation can participate in career exploration, search for jobs, meet with career counselors, and get help with things like resumes and interviewing. The Learning Commons provides free centralized academic support for UC students across all majors and all of our campuses, including our online students. We have Therapy Assistance Online, which is a free interactive web-based self-help program to help us overcome daily challenges around stressors like anxiety or other concerns, as well as a free 1-year subscription to Calm, which has plenty of mindfulness exercises and other things to help center and ground us. In addition, we also have a Canvas community page that we started recently for all of the online students in our communication BA program. So you can introduce yourself, connect with other students in the program, as well as get the latest program announcements or opportunities. I post there when there are contests online students can participate in within our larger academic unit, when we have guest speakers or lectures that you can turn into virtually. I just want our online students to have access to a lot of the opportunities that our on-campus students have. And so this is a place for students who are interested in networking and connecting outside of their classrooms to do so. We also have a number of academic support labs and additional resources, many of which are listed here, and more of which you can find out if you click through the QR code, whether it's the Academic Writing Center, tech support, which I'm in touch with all the time, or other keys to success for online learning. We're here to help, and we have the infrastructure already built to help you be successful here.
Some of the most frequently asked questions that we often hear are how are the classes formatted? Which the classes themselves mentioned earlier, they are 100% online, they're fully asynchronous, so you'll be able to log in at whatever point makes the most sense in your day and your work schedule and everything else. Um, And just make note that you'll have weekly assignments that'll have due dates. So just making sure that you're logging in to get those completed before the due date. But there's not a specific time that you're going to have to log on to complete the coursework. There are also the opportunity to meet with your instructors in an online office hour that is offered at a predetermined date and time. So you'll have that capability as well to meet with them in a one-on-one basis if you need to. Another question that we often hear are, can I transfer credits from previous schools? The answer is yes. We are looking for regionally accredited institutions that you're transferring from. So making sure that the school that you previously attended is regionally accredited so that those credits can be transferred in very seamlessly and smoothly here at UC. But then just working with your support staff to figure out how those classes are going to be applied towards your curriculum so that you can work towards graduation. Another question that we get is, if I live in Cincinnati, can I still come to campus if I'm an online student? And the answer is yes. You can come to campus. You can attend on-campus classes if you choose to do so. It's not a requirement by any means. We often say that you don't have to come to campus unless you choose to walk your graduation at the end. But if you are wanting to, you would have the ability to do so. You would still have the very similar discounts and stuff that are offered for with like a student ID that you would see for on-campus students. So with in the bookstore at different dining options as well as like sporting events, you would be able to utilize that as well. And then does UC have job placement or career services available? The answer is yes. We do have our career services team that can assist you by providing tips, suggestions, and help you find your ideal next job. Yeah, and if you're ready to learn more, connect with us to take those next steps, feel free to reach out to either one of us directly. We'll be happy to assist you with the process, answer the questions that you will have, and make sure that the process is going to be as smooth as it possibly can for you. Thank you for watching, and make sure to follow us on our different social platforms.